live. Hello, happy Sunday or Monday or wherever you are. I don't care. It's brunch time. Yay! Welcome to Basic Brunches. It's a talk show about food and nerdy things and current events and things that are on a calendar because you know us in the USA. We love celebrating every day nonsense, just random things. But this list of topics, not all of it's random nonsense, so there's that. Yay, A+, everybody. I am your host, Stephanie, and today we have amazing women here. Let's start with hello to Bree over here. Hello, Bree. Hi.
Hello, hi.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm fabulous. I'm blessed and highly favored, dear.
Yay! Awesome. And then below her, we have Miss Whitney. Hi, Whitney. Oh. You know, maybe if my internet didn't take a poop.
Hello.
Hi, below there's Whitney. Hi, Whitney. How are you, Whitney?
Hello. How's it going?
It's
I'm
going.
great. How are you guys doing?
Yay! Hanging in, being alive, I guess, is one way to see it. And below, we have Miss Jen. Hello, Jen.
Hey, happy to be here.
Yay!
With double coffees.
Are you double fisting coffees today?
Yes.
That's okay. It's okay. Well, I mean, you already started saying with what you were drinking. So you're drinking coffee today? Is there anything in that coffee?
Yeah, this one's got cream and cinnamon, and this one's got like a little almond or Jeep thing going on with it. And then, you gotta mainline the water just to make your liver happy.
That's fair. Brie, what are you drinking today, love?
Today I am drinking a San Pellegrino. It is called Mementi. I don't know if you can see this right here. It is a lovely clementine and peach flavor.
Hello, I'm sorry. That sounds beautiful.
It smells just as beautiful as it looks.
Oh, man. What was it? I just saw a friend of mine buy some kind of, like, Crown Royale peach. And I'm like, what is this? So they're putting fruit in everything.
I want to put that in pie so bad. Oh. Oh. I'm going to have to find some of that.
And Whitney, what are you drinking? Oh, there's a little. I think there's a little lag. Whitney, are you there, babe?
I'm just having some OJ this morning. I usually do some coffee, but I'm like, I'm gonna start off with some orange juice.
Aw, that's good. It's good to start healthy. And then everybody out there viewing and participating,
Yes, can you guys
hello,
hear me?
welcome to the party and chat with us.
Hello.
I will be reading all the chatty chats today.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. Oh, we got Whitney back. Yay. Awesome. So, with brunch season and brunch time, we're eating food, and today I'm having chicken noodle soup because I'm not feeling great. Allergy season is upon us. Bless the winds. At least we have weather, and I'm drinking this Albert Einstein. It's a relativity. Let's see.
But
It's
I'm bumped.
I love it. They're so punny. Like, this one is a Moroccan experiment tea. And they've got a little Albert Einstein on front of it. It's so cute. But,
Ooh.
the healthiness of the healths. But, yes, my chicken noodles
Bless you, Jen.
hopefully gonna make me feel better. Because I don't like thinking that I sound like a man. It's a
You sound like a sultry jazz singer.
You have your sexy phlegm like Phoebe.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think. Brie, you showed us what you were eating earlier, and it looked absolutely delicious and healthy. What is it?
Well, I have got my, since I am a childless millennial, I have my avocado toast. We have on whole wheat bread. We've got slices of avocado with a sprinkling of lemon juice and capers and Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning with some smoked salmon on top and garnished with a little bit of dill. So, yes.
Oh my God.
Damn. Oh, it's so
I think I
good.
paid like $25
Amazing.
for that.
I literally like walked to Sprouts this morning because there's one a block over from me, and I was like,
Oh, that's awesome.
avocado, dill, capers, smoked salmon. We're good.
So
Oh.
good. My God. Whitney, what are you eating today, love? That just sounds so good.
I'm actually just snacking on cute little veggie patties I made. They're little heart-shaped with little cheese.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
I don't know if you can see it.
What was it? You made a rice cake for Pokemon Day, and I was like, oh my God, that is the cutest thing. It looked like a Pokeball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it filled with something, or was it like
you gotta
a
see.
like a Rice Krispie cake? Rice cake.
It was like a kind of like a Rice Krispie one, but it was caramel.
Oh.
It was super tasty. Yeah.
It just sounds
Definitely
so good.
high on that sugar, but it was so yummy.
Look, we're still in quarantine. You can have all the sugar you want.
There are no rules right now.
Right? The only rule is the
Survive.
stay-at-home rule, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't give me any other restrictions. Here we go. And last but not least, Miss Jen, what you are drinking coffee and eating
Gluten-free waffles and poached eggs out of a tiny little magic machine that I will never poach an egg by myself ever again.
I saw the thing and I was like, what? Do you just have it next to you? Like, what is this sorcery?
It's my new best friend. I just make eggs all day now.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. And everybody that's tuning in, tell us what you're eating and what you are drinking. But let's just say, first and foremost, happy National Chocolate Souffle Day. This is literally what I'm talking about with the United States loving to make up holidays and nonsense and stuff. This is one of those holidays, guys. It's Chocolate Souffle Day.
How did that one even start? I couldn't even find who the first person was like, and today shall henceforth be known. It's like, I got nothing.
Right? Apparently there's a committee for the White House that makes up these holidays. And I'm like, put me in on that.
Wait, literally for the white. Okay, all right.
National calendaring. All
Right?
right.
It's just like, I didn't even know. Again, it's one of those, like, I didn't even know that was a job. It's like,
Things you can get paid for. 500.
Just to circle back to the food for one moment, this is that everything but the bagel seasoning. Ben stole it right before I was about to. He's like, I need the everything but the bagel. It's wonderful. Trader Joe's is where it's at.
I've heard such good things about that. Is that just like dehydrated, but like you can put it on anything?
Yeah, so it's got, let me see here. It's got sesame seeds, sea salt flakes, minced garlic, dried minced onion, black sesame seeds, and poppy seeds. It's so good.
Yeah.
you could even put that on, like, rice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like masubi?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, Trader Joe's is like where it's at with all of their seasonings right now. They've got like all of these amazing collections. I'm gonna give a shout out to Trader Joe's Turkey Stuffing Chip Club that I'm in this Facebook group. They have all of these great ideas. They let you know when like the most delicious things are in at Trader Joe's, and everybody just loves food. It's a great Facebook group.
That's awesome.
Nice. Oh no, we lost Whitney. She'll be back. It's okay. We're good.
The internet is a cruel and wily mistress.
Right?
Our internet's down with the wind. We're running off a hotspot and just praying that Verizon doesn't go down too.
She
Yo.
giveth and she taketh away.
Shit. Oh man, let's see. True Limerick said, how much money do they make, I wonder? I wonder if he means in regards to Trader Joe's. Maybe Trader Joe's.
Probably Trader Joe's. I'm sure they make a lot of money.
All I know is
calendar-
I want in on those stocks.
I wonder if like the calendaring folk is an internship or if that's like a salaried position.
Oh, the people making the White House holidays. Yo, I don't know, but it's probably too much.
Yeah. Or it's like some poor like 20-year-old that's just like, I just want to be a senator one day. And they're like,
Right,
awesome.
the intern.
I'm sure it's like some cushy government job that's like, here, we'll give you like $80K a year. Just like make up some crazy holidays. Here, have fun.
Yes.
And then we find one of those people and they're like, it's much more chaotic than you'd think. Do you know how many days have been set before us? And you can't have conflicting days. You can't have chocolate chip souffle day on chocolate souffle day. They must be in different months.
Oh, I'm sure that they have conflicting days, though. I'm sure that they do. There are like multiple ones, and you're like, how do I decide?
It sounds like the Mitch Hedberg skit where like the namer thing, like you name what it does and then add like it refrigerates stuff. So it's the refrigerator being like, I'm having a chocolate souffle day today because I have one in front of me and it shall be today forever.
It shall be today forever.
Henceforth, by decree.
By decree of the White House calendaring committee, we shall win. This is my new career choice that I think I want to do.
Yep.
Maybe.
Let's all just reorient.
Legit. Like, just give me job. Give me that job. We're creative.
I experience every day of the year. Every day.
Exactly. Well, moving on, I guess the month of March is considered many, many things, but one of those things is Caffeine Awareness Month. I didn't even know that was a thing, again, but it says the latest dietary guidelines for Americans states that moderate coffee consumption, which is usually up to 3 to 5 8-ounce cups a day or 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, can be incorporated into a healthy eating lifestyle. What? Like, I didn't even know there was I just thought caffeine was bad for you, you know? Like, if you drink coffee when you're still growing, you stay short forever. And I'm a fairy size, so I just assume they're right with science, but I don't know.
My mom used to tell me that all the time. If you can't have coffee when you're young because it'll stunt your growth. And it's just like, now looking back on it, it was like I drank a weird amount of coffee because I'm not tall, but I'm not short. Just like, I can't reach any of my top cabinets.
I'm 5'6". I think I'm a good average height. I think it's an old wives' tale. But did y'all see that they have invented this skin patch that tracks your blood pressure, your levels of alcohol, and your caffeine intake?
I don't know if I like that. That's kind of like a mystery game.
I think all of us in quarantine would be like, I don't want to know how much alcohol I've had.
No. Ask me when I can see people in person again. Well, it'll be a different answer.
Let us live in denial as there is nothing else for us. Let us have this.
Just coffee and alcohol are what have been getting me through all of this.
I tried to branch out for other caffeines, and I was like, I'll just not discriminate. I'll try some teas. And you're like, no, caffeine is the way to do it for coffee. No. Like, that's the most aggressive, abrasive way to wake me up. It is the most effective.
I tried to switch to green tea, and I'm just like, this is not okay. And like, I had migraines, and I don't know how people are like, oh, I just have a cup of green tea in the morning and I'm fine. And I'm like, you're an android. You can't be a human. How?
Yeah. I can't do it. It's not like I have a cup of coffee before I'm allowed to do anything, which is great because my husband sometimes, if I'm so sleepy, he will make it for me and deliver it. Aww. And then there's like an understood silence while that coffee is being consumed. Like I cannot be held responsible for what I say while that cup is still working through. And then after that, I become a person. And then you work on your second cup to actually like formulate your personality.
Do you have a timer on your coffee maker? Because Ben and I set a timer, and then that way when we get up in the morning, coffee's already brewed, and all we have to do is just stumble to the pot and just pour it out.
If I figured out how to make my ember work with my coffee mug, I would do that. But I get up at like between 6:30 and 8:30 every morning, and it alternates. It's whenever my puppy needs to go out. Like,
okay, wait. You have an ember. I have one. I haven't opened it yet. Do you love it? Is it amazing?
I love it. It's amazing. It's perfect. The only thing bad about it, I will say, is that the actual cup portion is rather small. But I also drink a ton of coffee. So like I want a 10 ounce, 12 ounce. I want one of my big mamas. But for the second cup that you just want to keep warm while we're literally talking for a half an hour, he's fantastic. I bought a second coaster because I wanted to feel bougie. So I have one like near my coffee stuff, and then I have one near my office stuff, or like when we're streaming, I can bring it here. So if you
because it'll charge on the coaster.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You have inspired me to finally open my ember because I was like, I don't know. This seems complicated. New things are hard.
Okay, so it took me a second, and I defaulted to Reddit folk to actually tell me which temperature to put it at, because I always thought I liked my coffee super hot. Turns out I don't. I like it like medium temperature, but I didn't know that the first couple days I was using it. So I made my coffee. Yeah, it gets real tinny when it gets too hot, which was interesting. And then I thought it was the mug for a second, and then you just dial back the temperature on your app, and everything worked out well. It's amazing. I highly recommend it.
Oh, that's interesting. I just got word from Whitney. There have been some issues in her area with internet. So as soon as she can get back on, she will get back on. We miss you, Whitney.
We miss you. We miss you.
Q is in the house. What's up? Q in the house. What up? What up?
What up?
Yay! Q is an awesome possum.
Is it what? I'm sorry.
Huh?
What's Q?
Oh, Q. Q is I would say he is an awesome human being that definitely keeps interaction up when it comes to like all the Nerdbot shows I've been on. He's a rad dude. So what up, Q? Q in the house.
Hi, Q.
Yeah,
dude. I want to ask before we leave the coffee conversation, like, what is everybody's caffeine of choice?
Yes, that is a good question, Jen.
I'm a coffee human. I'll take anything. I will take anything, especially when I'm traveling. If it has caffeine in it, I'm 100%. But on my normal, just grab and go, coffee, hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say my go-to would be Thai coffee, just because I need my heart palpitations in order for it to work.
It's how you know it's working.
if you're not about to have an anxiety attack, have you had enough caffeine?
Exactly. The answer is usually no. You have not had enough caffeine if your heart is not irregular. I'm kidding. That's actually a very big concern. You should definitely get that checked out.
Yes. My caffeine of choice is Death Wish coffee. Comes with a nice little skull and crossbones. This is highly caffeinated. It is literally the world's strongest coffee. There is the highest amount of caffeine in here that is allowed by law. So yeah, they're great. We actually have a subscription with them, and so we actually get like 5 pounds of ground coffee from them a month. Ben and I don't have a problem at all.
Not at all.
Do you find yourself drinking less cups of coffee because it's stronger, though?
No, I still have 2 in the morning.
Perfect. Okay. I was like, I drink like 3 or 4 a day, like 2 in the morning and then 1 in the afternoon-ish, and then we'll see. But but
I also have ADHD, so it's like I'm having my 2 cups of caffeine plus my Ritalin. So like if I'm not about to vibrate out of my body, then like my day is not going to function properly. So like, but then like you have your focus, but then you're like, oh no, my ADHD like tricked me again because now I've spent 4 hours going down a rabbit hole on the wrong thing.
No.
That is my life. There's reason why I try to have deadlines and things on my calendar. Otherwise, I won't even remember.
Yeah.
Poor Alex. Like, I made this an hour ago, and I've finally gotten halfway just because I forgot. Like, it's just too many things. And
I left my water in the kitchen. I was like, I still need to pour myself a glass of water. And I walked into the kitchen and I went, oh, I did that like a half hour ago. And it's right there. Okay. So like timers are my best friend, but also there's that other ADHD level where you go, I'm just going to turn my timer off. Listen to your timers.
My favorite is snoozing, and you didn't snooze. You actually stopped it, but you're like, no, I snoozed it. And then you keep going on, like someday someone will remind you to do the thing. And you're like, no, I sabotaged myself, but I won't even know. It's like a surprise.
It's absolutely a surprise. Like, that's how I ended up with a parking ticket, because I snoozed my move your car alarm.
No. Those are the worst.
Listen to your alarms, kids.
Yeah.
Especially if you have ADHD. Stick to a schedule, have drop zones.
Adulting is hard.
Yes, adulting's very hard. I've also, real quick, going back to the caffeine, I found a chart of how much normal amounts of caffeine are.
Oh no.
So if you're watching on Twitch, boom, right there. Q said, my friend's, let's Let's see.
You.
My-
Steph froze.
my
Steph, you
friends-
froze.
My friend Q says my friends do drink Death Wish after they drink a cup. Their eyes would bulge out and get hyped as fuck.
I want bulgy eyes so bad.
Death Wish
Okay.
is my jam. Sorry, so you froze, Steph. So what about this chart that you found?
Yes, I'm a special bird. So this chart here, it says know your caffeine, and it gives you like a list of all the healthy amounts of caffeine that you should be having. So like 240 milligrams of tea is the amount standard 400 milligrams that you should be having every day, or 240 milligrams of home brewed coffee, which is about 4 cups. And then when it comes to energy drinks, 250 milligrams. So that's 5 energy drinks. And diet
Oh my
sodas,
God,
it looks like there's 8 bottles of diet soda, and that counts as a daily caffeine intake.
I feel like Redline, like as energy drinks, Redline 5 of those, you would become Roger Rabbit and just like zoom off. You'd become like a tiny little firework rabbit.
Yeah. So it's like, is that really healthy? I don't think so.
In the most lady appropriate way possible, I can't drink energy drinks because if I what I mean.
I used to have to be really careful with them because I had heart medication that would combat, and so you'd sit there just like, no, this one wasn't a good one. Just
Nope.
Wait it out.
Oh no.
No, me and energy drinks can't do it.
Yeah.
What's the Mountain Dew one that is it Kickstart that tastes like a soda?
Yeah.
I think that one I had one that was like an orange soda, but it was Mountain Dew flavored. I think it's called Kickstart, and it actually didn't mess me up as bad as a lot of other energy drinks, but I don't know if that's just because it was more soda-like in its composition. But that was one I'd be willing to try that again, of like road trip energy drink kind of thing. I could try that. I could go that way.
I mean, yeah, if I absolutely have to stay awake and like I'm doing a long haul, like yeah, okay, I'll take the Red Bull, but other than that, like stay awake.
You guys, we used to do Red Bull vodkas in college, and now looking back at that, I was like, no. I was like, that what you will impart knowledge on your children is do not do that. It's not worth it. I promise.
It's not. Although you could party for long periods of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was it? Jaeger bombs? Is that what it was?
No.
Where it was Red Bull and Jägermeister? That was my go-to when I in my 20s, and maybe that's why I have a lot of issues now.
Okay, so everybody has like their no booze, and for me, my no booze is Jägermeister. I can't do it. I remember the first time I had it, somebody handed me the bottle, and that's the last thing I remembered, and I can't have Jaeger ever again.
That's E&J for me. I had one bad experience, and now I can't. And anytime I smell it, I immediately go back to having the visuals of that event. Can't do it. It's just
nope.
E&J and me are not friends.
Oh no. All I know is tequila is not my friend, and I mean, if you really want to be technical, alcohol is not my friend. Period.
Well,
that's when you have to choose which alcohol you're gonna go bad against.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I've only been drinking green tea as of late just because I've run out of coffee beans that are grounded, so I need to buy a grinder for my coffee beans, and then I have a ton of tea, so it's like, I'll just drink the tea. It helps me pee. You know, that kind of life.
Where do you guys store your beans? I heard a long time ago that you're not supposed to freeze them, but then there's the fringe community that says to keep them in your freezer. But like, I just have coffee grounds in like the reusable, compostable K-cups, which is Death Wish now would be really exciting to do like those refillable ones. Mm-hmm. But I don't, if I get beans and hold on to them, where do they go? Do you shelf store?
I shelf store because I'm careless with my product.
We have a cute little ceramic canister that just says coffee on it, and so we just pour our grounds in there, and
perfect.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, like usually I would put the grinds, the grounds, the grinds. I'd put the grounds in a seal tight jar.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys composting your grounds after you use them in the voice of sustainability?
I tried to use it for my face.
Oh, with the like loofahing thing.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. It's caffeine. It's good for your face.
I didn't even think of that.
But that's such a great segue. So the next thing is on March 3rd, we've got World Wildlife Day. Yay!
Woo.
Let's see. World Wildlife Day's theme this year, Forests and Livelihoods, Sustaining People and Planet, to highlight the central role of forests, forest species, ecosystem services in sustaining the livelihoods of hundreds of millions of people globally, and particularly of indigenous and local communities with historic ties to forested and forest-adjacent areas. Yay! I didn't even know there were themes every year. So,
Nope.
yay!
It's super fun. That's the idea of forests finally getting like a little bit of a highlight. I always love forests. I know we live so close to the ocean here, and I'm so grateful for it. But forests, I've always just had this. My heart Twitter pates for forests.
Yay! Oh,
Yeah. I'm an indoor girl. I'm sorry. I mean, but I am all for conserving the forests and the rainforests and helping the wildlife and saving the turtles, and I'm all in on that. I just don't want to be out in it. Like, my friends know, like, don't invite Bree camping because she's gonna say no. Like, they're like, Bree, we're going camping and we love you. Like, we know you won't come. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate the thought, but I love that you also know me and that I don't like being outside.
I mean, that's fair. Like, Alex, he's not a campy person. He will go out if glamping is the option. Whereas I've just been, I don't know, maybe like in my middle school, high school years, I went to this thing that's in correlation with UCLA students called Unicamp, and you go out to like the woods for a solid week. Your electronics are confiscated for the whole week, and you get to meet the people that you're stuck with for a whole week and try to be friends and be one with nature. And it was just interesting because the cabins, no actual doors and no actual windows, and they were all bunk beds. So we'd sleep in the wilderness, and all we have to protect us is ourself.
That sounds so fun.
So there was a camp that I wanted to do pre-pandemic. It was called Camp Grounded, where like you literally give up your cell phone and like all ties to the outside world for like 3 to 5 days. But it's all summer camp activities, like legitimate, like little kid, like color wars, and you sign up for activities and like you literally just like get in and do all of that. Which that is something that I would be about, because so long as I actually have a facility where I can sleep and I can use the restroom, I'm okay with being in the woods. But if I literally have to like camp, I am not about that. Like, I mean, I've been able to survive wasteland several times, so like I'm capable. But like if I had a choice, I would just rather not.
That's okay. Yeah, that's totally fair. Like I only do that because of, worst case end of the world kind of scenarios where you have to live out in the wilderness.
I mean, we have so much wasteland stuff. Like, we would absolutely be prepped for the end of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So many of ours, we got in this awesome fun tribe for puppets, which is great. And they're all very clever, incredible humans, especially like Fixer, Fixer will literally get hired in the apocalypse faster than anybody else, I think, just because he just fixes everything. And he can create things from scratch. He can repair other things. But we're sitting there like, okay, cool. So he's our tribe leader. Great. Awesome. And we're the funny folk. So it's like our wasteland gear is now all like puppet making and cut puppet gear and tiny puppet cars. And I was sitting there like, this is not, when we first started Wasteland, it was very much more of like, everything's going to be practical and pragmatic. And now it's like, we should probably get some more survivalist gear.
Oh my gosh, Q. I'm just looking at the comment right now, and Q's like, I do drink Jaeger bombs, but I limit myself to 3 to 4 instead of 6. LOL, I'm not a spring chicken now. Like,
my liver just hurts so badly.
So what's in a Jaeger bomb? It's Red Bull and Jaeger, yeah? So it's a shot, like half a can or something? Oh, man.
Yeah, it's... And True Limerick says puppets are survival gear.
We are the entertainment in the waste.
Yay!
I mean, look at a pandemic. People love your actors. Like, they'll still have a spot, I think. Hopefully.
I mean, look, so puppets don't need batteries. I'm sure after a while, the vibrator races are just gonna like come to a standstill.
Then we're gonna have to run the puppets down the thing.
Just throw them.
Now
See
we
how
have
far you
to
could just
grab
throw them. Just launch them.
Do
Oh
we
my
know
gosh, get
anybody
one of
at
those
home camp?
potato boom
Yes!
booms and just throw the. Well, throw a retired puppet in there just in case. You don't know if they're gonna
Yes.
get hurt.
Well, we have Kremet. We have a Sandlord Kremet, which is definitely not a Kermit the Frog. And he squishes up pretty small. He might be able to.
I love this. I love this so much.
I have dreams now of like alarming, like the puppet show is going on, and you just see Kremets getting thrown up in the air as an alarm. A Kremet flare, if you will.
So y'all need to create your own little like Wasteland non-Muppet show, because I've been watching all of like the Muppet Show again, and I'm just like, can you just imagine like having your own Wasteland version Muppet Show puppet show?
Well, we have like the grouchy old men. We have kind of equivalents, and I just can't wait for the opportunity to like actually physically see my tribe again and just sit down two people with two puppets and be like, just commentary on everything. Just judge.
Every time somebody walks by, like have somebody at the top of the tower, like just doing commentary.
Like puppet heckling. Like you get heckled a lot to like be naked or get wet or do all these different things, and like walking down the streets, you get quite a few groups of hecklers. But I haven't seen a puppet do it.
I have not.
This could be quite delightful.
Aw. Well, speaking of delightful things, what do you do to bring awareness and practice sustainability?
Well, okay, so talking about the
I
desert.
don't know how to do these segues, so it's like, speaking of something completely not exactly.
Well, so something that, okay, so we're on this wasteland kick, right? So you're going to want to keep water to a minimum, conserve as much as you possibly can, and reduce, reuse, recycle, which means don't use like paper towels potentially. And they have these wonderful, I didn't roll mine today, but they come in all these different shapes and sizes. These are like my equivalent to either like face washes or paper towels for the actual kitchen. And then you just run them through your normal laundry and you're good to go. And that's so much less paper waste that's being created. And they have recycled paper towels and stuff too that you can get. But the amount of waste that I cut down specifically just for my paper towel usage alone was like shocking. Like I was a paper towel fiend. And the other way you can do it, which is one of my new favorites, is detergent. So in these giant bottles, right, you have all of this craziness. And it's your detergent, but a lot of it's loaded with water, or if you got a concentrate one, it's probably a little bit smaller. But the liquid in these is so much, and you can distill it down into tiny little sheets. And then this is the whole thing that gets shipped to you, and it fits on my shelf way better. It uses the water straight from that's coming into the laundry bag, and then you're done. And what's great is my high efficiency machine uses a lot less water, but you can take these camping too, and then you're just using nothing, and they're reef safe, they're biodegradable, they're cruelty free. Bing, bang, boom, laundry detergent. That's up.
That's
Okay, what?
amazing.
We recycle.
Yay! That's
Yay!
incredible.
That is a start. And I feel like you have like a wildlife ecosystem in your backyard alone.
We really kind of do. So, like, we got adopted by a cat. And then there are two crows that hang out in our backyard, Edgar and Poe. And then there is a very angry, chittery squirrel who likes to hang out in the backyard. He and I actually got into it yesterday because he was chilling out on top of the cat house. And I was like, can you get away from the cat house and the cat food? And he's like, chip, 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 chip. And I was like, hey, get back in your tree. This is not for you.
Yeah, they're getting a little feisty right now. Like there's a squirrel, big dude squirrel that just like lives in the tree next to my bathroom door, and every morning I just hear him yelling at a bird, and I'm like, what is going on, my friend? What are you so mad about? He's probably thirsty or something. I don't know. It's thirst season for them. But it's like
he yells. Like, these squirrels, first of all, they have been the cause of our internet going down before because they have chewed through our internet wires. So first of
You know
all,
what that's actually called? There's
What?
a technical term called squirrel chew. It's literal technical term of when somebody gets their internet or their phone line or what a power line like destroyed. It's called squirrel chew. Like that was one of my first jobs, was repairing squirrel chew.
I am so glad to know that there is a word for it and that I am not alone in being a victim of squirrel chew.
I believe it.
No, it's like a lost profit. It's huge.
I like the last time I called my internet provider and I was like, hey, this has happened before. Like, what do you think? And they're like, well, I think the squirrels are not to blame this time. I'm gonna send somebody out. And I was like, oh my God. But yeah, no, they're little jerks. And then they just come around and they like yell at Ben and Kylie. And I'm like, this is my dog's backyard. Like, and it's just like, why are you back here? And I'm like, because this is where she lives. You don't live here.
Oh my God.
He's like
I'm literally living my best Disney princess life in the backyard because there's like the crows and then there's like hummingbirds and then there's like there was one weekend where I think the Pasadena parrots were chilling in my tree.
That's awesome.
Like I was like, I think these are the Pasadena parrots because they just kept like hanging around for like a week and I was like, okay, this is great, but like you guys are really loud.
Yeah.
We have a woodpecker, but luckily he's very, very respectful. He only does it between like 3 and 6 p.m. And you're like, all right, these are good hours for you to keep. Let's keep this up.
That's not bad.
Oh yeah.
And it's like application for the sounds of nature that then turn off. It's great.
I mean, it's better than 4 a.m.
Well,
We used to have a woodpecker that would do that, and I was like, why? Or like a mockingbird, I think. So weird. You know, like the ones that just screech all flippin' night.
Tries to do a car alarm. It's not the best.
No thanks.
I'm so glad he found a house two blocks down because that bird did not let me sleep.
Oh.
Now I choose to not sleep. It's different.
Well, that's different. No, but the cat I have now named Miss Kitty, as in I don't know about you, Miss Kitty, but I feel so much yummier. And she's adorable. She's like this cute little calico, and she and I are like getting closer. Like now I can get inside of 3 feet of her before she runs under our neck. And so like, you know, we're getting to know each other. We're getting there.
Yay!
Enough yesterday, and she came to the front door and started meowing, and she was like, excuse me, you did not give me breakfast today. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dang.
Yeah, no, she's great.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Q said, can you imagine Kermit and Miss Piggy have a drunken wine fight and imagine how much drunken cussing would come from them? Like, oh, Jen, maybe that could be a story.
Jen, I have an idea for you before you tell your story. But if you have, you know, Kermit and whatever, you should totally take them to get baptized into the cult of cat meat.
Why have we not done that?
I don't know, but you're welcome.
That is ideal. Yes. Okay, that'll be great. I'll have to. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna work on that.
Yay! And just to close this section up real quick, there is a virtual global event for World Wildlife Day. It is usually celebrated with a high-level event at the UN headquarters in New York, but this time they're going to be doing it completely through a live stream. So if you want to check that out, it's wildlifeday.org. And that's where you'll get that information. So yay! We need to protect our home.
Yes, please.
And the planet.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing for California. Plant your milkweeds for your monarchs. They're coming. The monarch season is coming.
Milkweed.
Yeah. Yep.
Ooh, there's a little bit of dirt next to the parking garage. I might sneak over there. It belongs to the next door, I think, but I'll stick some
It's a
over
California
there.
native plant, so it should be able to take it. And I think it's a little bit like oak trees for some people, where they don't like to remove them right away. So you might get lucky.
That's nice.
Get out the butterflies.
Yay! I want to see all the butterflies. So March 8th is going to be International Women's Day, and I believe March is like Women's something month. I'm so
sorry.
bad at this. Whatever. Appreciate the women around you in your lives. Like, celebrate the achievement of women. Like, raise awareness against bias. Take action for equality. That's the gist of International Women's Day. Appreciate the women that are in your life. So the question for you guys is, how are you celebrating, and how can others celebrate?
Jen, you wanna go first?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea how I'm celebrating, honestly. I last year, which was cool, we got to do like a day off of work. Our office was very much of like a day without women kind of feel. And it was a unique experience of like, we all went out to all the women that participated, got to go out to lunch and just sit around the table and be like, but I learned so much from all of you. Like, it was kind of incredible of seeing the impact. And I think a lot of the times this year, I might just be chill and watch some movies, maybe some women-centric fun.
Yeah, that's amazing that you guys are able to like have a luncheon together.
It was really rad. And that was like right before shutdown too. So it was just like inspiration to nothingness. And you're just like, I miss you guys. But it'll be fun. It'll be good going back, I think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Imagine if all the women had the day off on International Women's Day. Like, I feel like there would be so much more appreciation.
Yeah,
Like-
when I feel like mentorship is so important and you don't necessarily notice who's taking that spot in your life until they aren't there, potentially. Like, that it's bonkers. It's bonkers how much room people take up that you don't notice until it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Q said March is Women's History Month, I think.
Okay.
We'll go with
There
that. Because that sounds about right. So we'll go with that. Yes.
You froze, baby girl.
It's like my sinuses are connected to the internet and it just says, no, not today.
You're the new Wanda Maximoff.
I
Sinuses are creating your own internet reality.
apparently I thought I was, yeah, like that's just, but yeah, it sounds right. Women's History Month being March, so we're gonna go with that. But
Perfect.
yeah, Bree, what about you? How would you celebrate it, and how would you suggest people to celebrate it?
So I work in comic book publishing, which is generally a male-dominated area. And so what I like to do is I like to look for comic books and graphic novels that are written and drawn by femme creators. So a couple of examples that I have right now are, first of all, there's one novel that is also a graphic novel that I absolutely love. It is called Juliet Takes Breath. It is by Gabby Rivera, who is an amazing writer. She is a femme, queer, BIPOC writer. This is such a fantastic story. It's beautiful. Like, Juliet goes off to Portland to get an internship with like her favorite writer, and it just is a very great coming of age story. Like I said, there's also a graphic novel version of it, which is beautiful, which was also drawn by a femme person. And then I am also reading, so my favorite comics right now, first of all, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And so right now we are getting DC's Future State. And so I have picked up Wonder Woman Future State, and I have picked up Future State Immortal Wonder Woman. And so this one is written by Joelle Jones and drawn by Jody Belair. I'm sorry, written and drawn by Joelle Jones, colored by Jody Belair. So this is amazing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And then we have Future State Immortal Wonder Woman, which I am so sorry. I am blanking on the writer's name, but I know her last name is Clunan. And this amazing variant cover is done by none other than Peach Momoko, who, like, if you don't know her art, like, Peach is amazing, brilliant. She's getting ready to do an X-Men series that's coming out. It's just, so I am just trying to give all of the love to the femme creators in comics, because this is new. They don't often get this platform. They're getting to do up and coming stories. And then one other book that I love that I want to call out is Sacrifice of Darkness by Roxane Gay, Tracy Lynn Oliver, and drawn by Rebecca Kirby. It's a beautiful story about like finding light in the darkness, and those are the things that I want to do during Women's Month.
Yay! Yes, that's a great way to do it. Like, it's what I find fascinating is, and I've said this many times before, is how there are so many jobs and opportunities that women can do that we, the younger generation don't really know about. And especially now that we have the internet and we have social media, like more and more young adults and young girls and young kids are seeing the success and and like know that, hey, it's not the end of the world. Hey, there are billions of jobs that you can do and you're qualified just as much as the person next to you. And so that's like, first off, you being in comic book publishing alone is just so cool. I'm like such a nerd. I'm just like, my little high school nerd, like anime weeb self is just like, that is so cool. Oh my god, you're like my hero.
Oh, thank you. I mean, honestly, I fell into it by accident. I actually started off being an executive assistant, and I just was every job that they gave me to do, it was important, and I wanted to do it right. And if you keep doing your job well, it will get noticed. And so then I was promoted into the marketing department, and that's where I am now. And I get to help tell amazing stories and pitch stuff to people and tell people like, hey, read this thing. It's amazing. Let me tell you why. And that's the coolest. Like if you would have told little Bree at 6 years old that she gets to work with a bunch of nerds and literally I get to read comic books at work, like for work. And that's just the coolest thing. So it doesn't matter like if you are, you know, a femme presenting person or a non-binary person or a queer person or a person of color, like figure out what it is that you love and don't stop, and always tell people like what it is that you want to do. Even if like you're in an assistant position, keep telling people what you want to do because they'll remember. And then when it's time for you to be promoted, they'll be like, hey, I remember you said you want to do this thing. So like, I don't know, just keep pushing. And it's I don't know, it's awesome. And I'm excited to see like the future of women and yes, women in comics.
Yay! Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yes. Awesome.
Make
well, you know, you're doing an absolutely amazing job just by getting there and being that you are you yourself, and Jen, you as well. Like you guys are literally what the younger generation hopes to be, I feel like. And that sounds like it's over the top kind of, but in a way, like, you know, a little girl would, you know, draws and wants to draw, or like really wants to be part of comics but doesn't know a lot about comics, but has other traits that can work with it and can benefit and help them grow in the career that they want to do. And, you know, you just said you started as an executive assistant and look at where you are now. Like, come on, like it's not impossible. And Q said, what's your favorite female musician or artist? His is Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm, Amy Lee from Evanescence, the bluesy queen herself, Janis Joplin. And I'm like, that's a good question. So who?
Lizzo.
Lizzo. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think if you go all over, it's probably Billie Holiday. But just this year, Taylor Swift, for saying, I don't care that you think you own my music. I own my music.
That was a boss move. That was like...
Well, and she's like somebody, I didn't expect her to be like a business mogul when we were kids, and seeing her come up on Love Story, you know what I mean? Like I wanted her hair, I wanted her dress, but I didn't ever think I would want her business prowess. And growing up kind of with her and seeing what roads she paved for herself and where she got knocked down and just decided to climb a tree instead, I'm like, I want to be as resilient as Taylor Swift. Like that is...
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I would also have to say Lizzo, and this is so cheesy, but my sister from another mister, who is like
I'm also gonna throw it. Oh, you froze. You
said Lizzo.
Of course,
you said
of course
Lizzo.
I froze. Of course I froze. I always freeze. But I would say Lizzo, and super cheesy, my sister from another Mr. Reiko from Lolita Dark.
Yes.
Like, she has been my, like, I wouldn't want to say like a guardian angel because she's here, but she's definitely been a huge influence in my life because I met her when I was 18, and here I am going to be 32, and she's still a huge part of my life, and she's definitely helped me mold. She's helped me become more comfortable with myself, not letting, you know, my fear of abandonment and all that, you know, my own self battles claim me. And I just, you know, it's amazing, and I love her. Like she tries her best to see the good in everybody, whereas I'm the biggest skeptic and I just assume everybody's a piece of shit until they prove otherwise.
I mean, there's a balance there though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's a good balance there, and every once in a while I'm just like, hey, can we take it back a notch. You're being too nice. And she's like, but I love being nice because it's good for everybody. You don't know the backstory of a person. And I'm like, it's fair, but my gut is really telling me don't be nice to that person, though.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, I'm usually pretty spot on my snap judgments of folks, but I try to be like, maybe it's not about me. It's, you know.
I'm wrong all the time. I have to listen to my sister or you guys. Like, be like, they're wonderful, and be like, no, they're literal garbage, and here's why. And you're like, well, I didn't pick up on any of those flags, so thank you.
Oh no. If I can just pivot back really, really quick. It's amazing that we're all doing the things that we love, because I also want to say the imposter syndrome is real, y'all. Like, it never goes away. Like, I'm still sitting here just like, I'm just doing my job and I don't really know what I'm doing, but people tell me that I know what I'm doing, so great. I still have them all fooled. But for me, it's also like you mentioned a mentor, and like I have had one of the best mentors. A gentleman by the name of Arun Singh like saw something in me and like took me under his wing, and literally him being my supervisor was like the hardest almost 1 full year of my life, but it was the best thing for me because it was like an AP class in how to level up and do what's right. Like, I literally have Post-its all around my computer of notes from him of things like how to be better. So like, if you find like if you find a mentor that like you really jive with, like, don't let them go. Like, I told him, I was like, you're stuck with me. Like, that's it. Like,
my mentor left. She's at Disney now, and I'm like, come back to me.
and then just keep texting them and being like, no, we're not done here. Like, this is still a thing. Like, he ended up leaving, and I was like, oh no, you're not getting rid of me.
The closet.
But he is literally one of the best people that I've ever met, one of the smartest people I've ever met. And like, Arun really, really took a chance on me. He saw something in me and was just like, yes, come to the marketing department. And I will be forever grateful. So.
That was the first intro. I was doing tech before with movies, but I was much more hardware than software based. And my mentor came in and was like, we have an option for music, and we're thinking that you might be a good fit for that. Are you interested? And I was like, at the time, I had no idea about databasing. And I was sitting there like, I know enough about the internet to like stay savvy, but like, I don't know how to work SQL. And she came over to my house on a weekend and taught me how to speak the language and basically my intro to coding. And then when I went on the interview, all of a sudden I was like, wait, I know this. And I felt like Jurassic Park when she's sitting there, she's like, this is the Olympus system. I know this. And it's just like that full circle of like, wait, not only can you empower yourself to do something, but if somebody sees something in you, lean into it. Because if somebody thinks you might be good at something and you haven't tried it out yet, you're not going to know till you do. And that's how I made an entire career in music, which is nowhere I thought it was going to be, but so exciting. Like, it's just find something that makes you on fire for it and go for it. Because there's always tech nerds that need to be behind something. There's always social media folk that need to be there. There's always a host. There's always, you don't have to be a writer or a singer or an artist to be able to be in art. And that's something that's just, I wish I had known it was more accessible to be in the arts a while ago. Like, as a small kid, I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. I will tell you, it's going to take forever for me to relearn how to draw realistic style the way I used to when I was like 14.
Oh my god. I'm still like stick figure land. Like, if you could,
that's where I'm at now. I've heard of
okay charades game. That's my best artistry. Like, that is my best day.
Okay, and if anybody who's watched Basic Brunches before, you know I'm horrible at charades. Period. Just garbage. Straight hot garbage with charades. Bree, you're gonna know exactly what I talk about. If you ever bring charades into any of your house parties in the future, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I am garbage.
Well, now I'm going to, because now I have to see this.
Gotta do some like categories so it shakes it up. You get charades over here and you gotta draw a Pictionary over here.
I'm just thinking about like all the different like themed parties. Movie nights in the backyard, and I want to do like, whenever everyone that we know has gotten their vaccine, I am throwing a New Year's party. I don't care if it's in the middle of the year. Like, we are dressing up, like, and we're having a New Year's party.
We're gonna do a very merry on birthday party. A birthday party for everyone and no one.
Yes.
Yes, please and thank you.
Because all of these quarantine birthdays suck. And it's just like, what?
Like, I turned 30 in quarantine, and I'm still like, no, I'm 29. And everyone's like, you're turning 31 soon. And I'm sitting there like, what year is it? Like, I have no idea. No concept.
You're younger than me? Why do I keep forgetting this?
I'm an April 1990s. I was conceived in the 80s, but I am a 90s baby.
Yeah. I'm going to be 34 this year.
I'm so sorry. How does that feel?
Not great.
My sister's, I'm lucky I have a sister that's like 6 years older than me, and she does this thing near my bigger birthday. So like 25, she came up and she was like, welcome to being this old, and now you will have 2-day hangovers. And I'm sitting there like, what? Like, what kind of drop-off fairy are you? And then the first time I had a 2-day hangover, I felt oddly prepared for it. And then at 30, she's like, your back will go out. And I was like, well, I've always had back trouble. And she's like, no, your back will go out.
No.
What do you mean?
I have legitimate sciatic trouble.
I threw my back out the other day, and I've like broken my back and slipped a disc and stuff. And I woke up in the morning. I'm like, Dustin, something's wrong. And he's like, do we need to go to the doctor? And I was like, I don't know. It's just like
that's like
a muscle.
Yeah. I keep crutches and a brace now. Like I own, it's mine. It works, and it comes into use too frequently.
I have my chiropractor on speed dial.
That's incredible. Okay, so have you guys gone to a chiropractor in quarantine?
I have, actually. I went earlier on in the pandemic before all of the numbers like really spiked in the fall. Yeah. So I would go, and obviously everything was all masked. They would check your temperature, and it was very much like they cleaned you watched them clean everything. And it was really great because like my hip was really hurting me because I was sitting in a really bad chair, and like I was just like, it was really great management for all of my sciatic pain. And then when the numbers really spiked, like right around in November, I haven't been since, because I was like, it's just not safe again. I can't.
We locked down super hardcore around September, and we haven't really come back out of it since then. And it was like, I want to go to the chiropractor. Like, you know when you feel you're tweaked and you're sitting there like, but I don't want to be afraid of the ophthalmologist, and I don't want to be afraid of the chiropractor, but like, what if I get in a car accident on the way there?
I've only been to a few doctor's appointments since we locked down, and those have been like very like I needed to go to the doctor. Other than that, like I should probably go see my dentist. It's been over a year, but
these puppies are just rotten. We're gonna wait.
They're like, excuse me, Bree, like it's been this many days since your last appointment. And I'm like, why would you call me out like that?
How dare you?
Yeah, I got a text from my eye doctor, and I'm like, no, I'm not coming by. Sorry, bye. Okay, bye.
No, I'm not going.
Yeah, they were doing like an Easter special, and they're like, but between now and April, and I was like, I don't know what Monday will look like.
No idea. I don't know. Exactly. And then the only other place I go is like the grocery store, and then the vet, because I have to take care of my elderly senior dog. But the vets are really great because they're like, okay, you call us, we come collect your animal, and then you sit in your car. So like you have very little interaction with anyone, and they won't even let you like on the premises unless you are properly masked. So
we had a scare with Indy for, of course, you know, like you can't, nothing's normal. So of course the dog's
we named the dog Indiana.
We did. But so that was fun of like, we got to drop it off, and you have her this moment where somebody comes and picks her up from the door, but I'm a terrified parent sometimes. And I'm sitting there like, what's going to happen? And the emergency place by us was like, after about an hour, we'll give you a call and check in. And the place we took her, which is the vet I've gone through my entire life, was so sweet. They called us every 15 minutes, even if they didn't have an update, just to tell us that it was like, you're okay. Like, she's okay. And you're like, thank you so much. It's like, thank you for understanding the neuroses of
this amazing time with them. And on the other, you're noticing every single little thing that's different, and you're just like, oh God, what do I do?
She's on homemade food now, so she eats better than we do.
Same. Kylie gets ground turkey and pumpkin because Lil Miss Thing has pancreatitis. So that pumpkin cured her right up.
But we do pumpkin a little bit, but I've never done it with ground turkey. We do like the boiled chicken and we do it in the Instant Pot now, so it's all in one go. Oh my gosh, it's so great.
So Jen, let me tell you something. We used to do that. However, I found out that a lot of dogs actually have undiagnosed chicken allergies.
Holy crap!
That's why we switched to turkey. A lot of dogs are actually allergic to chicken.
Yeah, that'd be great. They were telling us to rotate, but it was the thing of like, you have to get a certain fat percentage and then you order delivery and then whatever they bring you is what you have. So that's being like, you will get the chicken this time. Because
no, we just get her the Jenny-O 99% fat-free turkey, and the rosemary extract that's in there is perfectly fine for them to have. We cook that up. She gets a little bit of the canned pumpkin, eats it all up. Like her stomach has been perfect ever since we've been feeding her this way.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. That's good to know because we're doing like bougie chicken rice with broccoli and then chicken rice with sweet potatoes and spinach. And
I would also back off of the rice.
She got chubby. She got chubs. And it was bad because we're with her every day. And it's that part of like, you don't even notice when you're starting to just baby gain weight. And she had this beautiful svelte deep chest before. And now she's just like little fat sausage. And I'm sitting there like, you can't look like a real dachshund. Like I need you to
Poor dog.
Well, baby.
We sent pictures to my mom of like, Grandma, check your baby. And she's like, has she, I don't want it, but has she gained weight? You're like, no. Fuck, yes.
Well, we're running a little behind. We're running a little past 1 o'clock right now. But Jen, I wanted to let you be able to say like who are 2 women that that have made a huge impact in your life, and you, Bree. I wanted to make sure that we were able to at least get that bit. So
one of them I had was my mentor that is now at Disney, I believe, still, and she was absolutely incredible. Her name is Erin Liker, and she has invested in me since I was like 19 and just believes in people, and it's beautiful. And the other one I wanted to mention was my buddy Christine, who is a new mama. She's got this little kid that she's keeping alive, little potato in quarantine, which is incredible. But she's the one who saw me poaching eggs and was like, there's an easier way to do that, right? And like shares knowledge. And she's the person that has like absolutely in the last 2 years completely changed my life with being comfortable with building boundaries. If it's something I've never really navigated on my own before, and she has this beautiful way of approaching them and not making it about anybody else, but very much about protecting yourself. And like, you can't pour from an empty cup kind of thing. And she's somebody who I found as a friend and didn't realize that I was treating her as a mentor until I was like, oh no, sweetie, you're my knowledge guru. That's she's my faves.
Yay.
I would say for me, did my mom, because like my mom's awesome. And then honestly, my therapist, she's great. She's been getting me through this pandemic. She's been getting everybody through this pandemic, and she's so smart and eloquent and amazing, and she's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's always good to find a therapist that works well with you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know how challenging that can be.
It feels
she's she's my 3rd therapist that I've been on. And the longest one that I've been with, I think we're going on like 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 4? Maybe 4, yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Steph, the face that Steph froze on was so amazing.
Oh no!
Steph's face was like...
I always make a face, I'm sorry.
That was great.
No, but that happy anniversary. That's awesome. Like it's so hard to find a really good therapist who works with you and who actually tries to help instead of judge.
There is no judgment, and she's been wonderful with teaching me how to set boundaries and teaching me how to be like, okay, it's not always about you. And like, the main rule that she's taught me is that nobody is allowed to be mean to me. Like, no one is allowed to be mean to me, but I am not allowed to be mean to anybody else.
Ooh, I like that.
That's
that.
Fair.
Like, there are lines that you can't cross, and when somebody crosses that line, you are well within your rights to be like, I am putting you back over on the other side of that line.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Like, I have trust issues, so they get compounded, and that was trust issues without boundaries. I was losing part of myself, and like rebuilding that back is such an encouraging game. Maybe not to start out, but like once you're on the road, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I think my 2 The two women that have made a huge impact would be my friend Reiko and my Aunt Jane, who works at the Huntington, and she's the one that's like, Renaissance Fair, museums, arts, this, history, this, and I'm like, oh, she's like throwing education into funjucation.
Yes!
Yay!
Funjucation.
That's awesome.
Yay. Last but not least is March 10th is going to be Mario Day. Da, 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 da. So what's your Mario game? What is the Mario game that you play and is your go-to? Like, I'm forever going to play Super Mario Brothers 3. That's it.
I'm a Mario.
Ben and I just got Mario Kart 8! And so we play Mario Kart on the Switch. I actually have 2 Switches now because I'm whatever. But yeah, we play Mario Kart, and sometimes we do it just to like settle a bet.
Ooh, I liked that.
That's smart.
Do you do races or balloons?
We do races.
Okay. I'm a balloon human. I'm a battle human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and also in Animal Crossing, there was a feature where you could get a whole bunch of Mario stuff and like travel tubes and like clothing and stuff. So they're doing that, and then they're also getting ready to add in like a Hello Kitty update. So Animal Crossing is just like taking over.
Oh my gosh.
Animal Crossing is the new hot topic. Okay.
Literally. Jen, what about you? What is your Mario go-to? Is it Mario Kart as well?
I think it's Mario Kart, probably N64, but that isn't always doable based on which TV you're working with now because of component cables.
Oh.
So I Super Smash like Melee back in the day because I don't own Brawl.
Yeah. I will say there are converters if you have the cables that need like the audio and visual inputs. There's a converter that you can plug straight into an HDMI.
I think it's our N64 that may have just seen too many days. I love it. It's great. But like our Atari works better than our N64, which is just...
Ben still has his N64, and we tried playing Mario Kart, and I was like, I can't see the trail. I can't, what am I looking at?
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Block City or Block Party, and you have all the different colors on one of our TVs. It's just like blocks of it. And it's like that's not what they meant to have happen, I don't think. Like, throw that on a smaller TV and you're good to go.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Q said Mario 3, Mario Kart, and Mario World are his go-to Mario games.
Yes. I don't think I've ever played Mario World.
I've heard it's in depth, and that's all I've heard.
Yeah.
But I'm just really excited because I saw a ride through of the Mario Kart ride that they have at Nintendo World Japan. And god damn. Like, it requires VR, heads up. It does require VR. If you do it without VR, then you don't get the full experience. But it looks cool. Like, if you go on YouTube and you try to find that thing, it's crazy, it's cool. The queue is basically Bowser's Castle, and even the books have titles that are relevant to, like, the things. Like, the history of this insert monster here, or the history of vehicles. Cool. And just, it's so immersive, and it's amazing. And I want us to be good. I want us all to get vaccinated so that we can open back up, and then maybe Nintendo World over here at Universal in Hollywood is going to be open, and then it'll just be like, oh my god, this is awesome. Best thing ever.
That would be amazing.
Super nerd. So, yes, Mario Brothers. I guess for now we'll just jump over to shout outs and close out the day so that everybody can get back to their lives, because I know everybody's busy peoples. So, is there anything that you would like to shout out, Bree?
Yeah. No. I'm good, because anything that I would want to shout out is technically work related, and
that's fair.
There will be fun things to talk about in a week or so.
Yes, it's like
there's things I can talk about later.
Yeah. Well,
let's shout out Whitney for.
I know. Shout out to Whitney.
I feel like this is her. Actually at brunch, and she got a call, and then went outside to take care of the call, and then like, poof.
She had to dip.
Like real brunch things. Where you're like, I hope she's okay.
I know. I hope she's okay. I do have her shout out, and I think it was Poison Doll Co. And they're on Instagram. Like, this is their Instagram video right here, and they do. She wanted to do shout outs to female or like women owned alternative jewelry brands, and this is one of them. So Poison Doll is one of the brands that she wanted to shout out. So Whitney, I'm doing this because I love you. Here's your shout out. Da, da, da.
Okay, now that you've said that, I actually know what I want to talk about.
Wow.
So woman-owned company Backstitch Bruja, this amazing Hello There, Hell Here backpack Catwoman situation. It's gorgeous. Backstitch Bruja, she's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that is adorable. That is so cute. Oh my god. Come on, Jen, did you guys say?
Shop Fun Club is always one of my favorites. They have silly, fun little balloons and like named pens. And then another women-owned, which is in Northern California that I love, and it's like all my main sweatshirts I wear is Nothing Obvious. And she is a Humboldt-based, I believe, designer that's all like forest-inspired. So for World Wildlife Foundation Day, I should have thought about her earlier, but Nothing Obvious. Yay!
No. That's fair enough. I would say just, subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our new show, Fans Cooking Fiction. Follow our Instagram handles over here. Join Jen this Friday as she brings Geek Juice. Where is she? Right here. She's right here now. And yeah, thank you for hanging around with us for this special hour and 15-minute live stream. I'm Stephanie. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Whitney.
Around. You froze again, baby girl.
Sweet baby Jesus on heaven and earth. Oh gosh. Thank you for watching and sticking around with us on our programming. Today was an hour 15-minute long show. Thank you to Breanna for being here. Thank you to Jen for being here. Thank you to Whitney for being here. I'm so sorry that the internet is your enemy today, and I hope it gets better soon. And thank you to everybody that's watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, bye.